You may need to write some unit tests that only make sense under certain conditions. A very typical use case is when you have more than one execution environment. For instance, when you run the project from your local machine while you develop code, this could be your dev environment. However, at some point you may want to move your project into production, so your environment may be prod. Some unit tests may not make any sense in certain environments. For instance, if you only want to run some performance unit tests when you are in the prod environment, because this is where you have powerful machines available. When you run unit tests on your local machine in the dev environment, you would like to skip such tests because you know your computer is too weak to pass them. Our application is way too simple for multiple environments, so we are going to simulate them. Create a new field in the BMI calculator test class named private string environment equals dev. Now let's say that we only want to run the performance test here if we are in the prod environment. So in the given part at the very beginning, we can write the following: assume true, press Ctrl space, choose the first option, and write the following: this environment equals prod. Alright. If you run the test now, you can see that it was skipped. Assumption failed. Assumption is not true. However, we don't get a red bar. This test was not failed, it was simply skipped. You may think that assume true is similar to assert true, but it never makes a test fail. If we change assume true to assert true and run the test again, it fails. This is not the best solution, since we know that a test should not be run in the dev environment at all. That's where assumptions are useful. If they are not true, the test is skipped, but not failed. Now let's go back to assume true and change the environment variable to prod. Run the test again, and you can see that it was not skipped this time. Alright, so this is how you can use assumptions in JUnit 5.